but the night we be going so hard on the flip side. So tell me what we on a day, babe. I could keep that same energy. When you go low, I go low too.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the suicide awareness called The Silent Truths, where we're going to be discussing the effects caused by suicide. We're going to be discussing the causes of suicide, and we're also going to be proposing a few solutions. And firstly, I'd like to welcome everyone who's here. Secondly, I'd like to welcome everyone who made sure that this project is a success today. So, let me introduce my guest speakers. I am here with.
You are here with Musa Tlhahane.
And I am Lesokholobona.
And let's get into it because, frankly, time isn't favoring us. We're going to be starting with the causes of suicide, even though you are not going to be outlining them point by point. We're just going to be having a chat. Like, we have to stick to the concept of the day, chat session. So, my question to my guest today is, what do you think are the causes? Like, what are the main causes or the main reasons behind why our youth and our teenagers are committing suicide, like the ever increasing reasons behind the suicide causes of teenagers and the youth, mainly specifically?
I wouldn't say that we should identify one cause. We have many causes, but mainly I'd like to outline four causes. We have mental health conditions, we also have life stresses, we also have social and environmental factors contributing to our society, and we also have other factors. I'd like to elaborate on the causes that I've said first for people to understand what is it that we're talking about. In terms of mental and health conditions, we have anxiety, depression, bipolar. In terms of life stresses, we have loss of a loved one, unemployment. In terms of environmental and social, we have substance abuse, right? And trauma and also abuse. And contributing to other factors at hand, we have chronic illnesses and bullying and also harassment.
But from my side, I would only focus on the family conflicts, the backgrounds, and also the societal expectations, because I feel like people judge other people without knowing what it takes for them to be them. You get what I'm saying? Because at first we have parents who are unhealed from whatever that they were going through back in the days. And now, as a person, as a young person in the house, you tend to do mistakes, right? And because of our parents are unhealed, they take out their angers because they don't outspoke them, right? They don't outspeak them. So when it comes to like let's say you made a mistake, so they would usually take out their anger on you. They would usually insult you. They will tell you or call you names, and they don't know how much that pretty much hurts you and actually define you, or yes, define you as a person. We judge you based on what's going on in the house, right? And then the other thing, maybe you being compared to other kids. Maybe you are being told
Comparison has to be the main.
exactly,
And it's also not only being compared to people outside, maybe also your siblings inside the house, like if
yes,
to the one apparently they think is better than the other.
exactly. So being compared to the other person may also like affect you badly, mentally, physically. You may feel like you are useless, you are not enough, right? And also that may literally reduce your self-confidence. That may lower your self-esteem as a person. And now, as a society, we are going to use your weaknesses against you, because we expect a lot of things. If you do not accept yourself as you are, we're also not going to accept you. It takes you to be you. We don't know how much it takes to be you. Hence, so many things that you are going through, you have to tell yourself, they do not define my future. They do not define who I will be tomorrow. Yes.
Sometimes I also want to believe it's also a matter of we want to live up to the expectations of social media. Like, if a person posts their opinion, or maybe a certain population of people think certain things should be done in a certain manner, you want to do them in that manner, even though they don't align with how your life is contextualized necessarily.
Mhm.
And also with terms to also the parents, I feel like they also want to relive their lives,
Through
and
you.
they want to rectify their mistakes
Mistakes
through
through
our
you.
lives,
Yeah.
which is very impossible because at the end of the day, evolution
Everything
exists.
is
Like
changing.
Everything is changing and rapidly because our generation is the type that wants to explore everything. We are very
Exactly.
exploring.
Like everything is changing with time. So what was happening back in the
20s, it's
20s
not
is it's
happening
not
Mm-hmm.
now.
no longer happening
And I
now.
also believe that, it's literally a trend of everything that's happening. It takes us back. Each and every individual, has a problem mentally, right?
Mm.
Even if we don't speak about our problems or whatsoever, but I feel like each and everybody is affected by what we're saying today. Because if you look at each and every case or everything, the problem or the issue at hand, you have to understand that it might be caused by a mental breakdown or whatsoever. So that is why most of the time I preach kindness. If ever you're kind to somebody next to you, I feel like and also believe that the world would be a better place because at least you're spreading kindness because like you don't know what the other person's
Just
next to
going
you is going
through.
through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And black people also have this thing of, if you wanna deal with your mental problems, like you go to a psychiatric hospital, they claim we list the killing samahlala.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to live up to that, like I'm not gonna attend to my mental problems, knowing that depression
Yeah.
exists.
It
Depression
does.
exists.
Does,
It's here.
and it has
It's here.
different
It's here.
stages.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's also a matter of our parents claiming there's no such thing as a depression, or if there is, one can't be going through this.
Our parents are in denial. Our parents are just in denial and they just do not want to accept what's literally happening. But I really do want people to understand that if suicide happens, it literally creates awareness to somebody that, you know what, this is actually happening. If ever this happened to somebody's child, the parent next door is also going to be aware, okay, that child was literally going through the most. So what if my child is also experiencing certain things behind closed doors?
I support you, Nick.
Yeah.
But like the parents also need to give their kids the environment for them to speak whenever
Yeah,
they
want to.
whenever they want to, whenever they feel like something happened and I did
literally
not
about
like
anything.
it.
Literally
Literally about
even the thing
anything
that happened outside of the
outside
house.
because not we are not gonna be with them forever everywhere we go. So hence I say like our society is gonna be better if our parents give us that environment for us to
be free.
speak our thoughts, to be
Yeah.
free with literally everything. Because Babi, the fact that you have an unhealed parent, it will make your child, heal from you being your or her parent.
That is why I say that
Yes.
it's literally a trend of mental issue.
Yes.
Everybody is literally going through the most, even our parents. That's why they're literally ignorant about certain things that we're also going through.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could even say that like we have a serial rapist for an example. That person, if ever we investigate, it would say that that person had a mother who was abusive towards them or a father who was literally abusive, and they did not deal with the issue at hand. We just ignore the fact that it happened. We just want to forget that it literally happened. We don't want to take time and focus on the issue at hand and get like a solution to what happened and also clear the person's mind. That is why I say that it's literally just a trend of mental issue in our society.
But also I think if the support system
It's quite strong.
yeah, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Everything is gonna be okay because it starts in the house.
Yeah.
But the main question that would pop up in your mind if you are not being supported in everything that you do is, where do I go if our house is no longer a home? Because now, and the only answer that would come is heaven. And we are trying by all means to end that, because the fact that God keeps on waking you up each and every day, it means he still has a plan for you, and the plan is to see you heal from the wounds that people did not know that you had. The plan is to see you succeed, and the plan, which is the most important thing, is to see you look at the back and ask yourself, who would have thought that I would literally overcome what I was going through? You will basically be laughing at the things that you never thought you would laugh at. It's only a matter of support system that you should be having.
I also feel like this is an essay cycle. Like it has an introduction as much as it has a body and a conclusion. It starts from home. And then
Charity
that's the
begins at
that's the
home.
introduction. It starts from home,
Home.
and then it goes to the body, like
Mhm.
the social media expectations.
Yeah.
You literally wanna impress everyone on social media that this is me, even though that is not you. That is you on social media.
Mhm.
And the fact that certain people are living, and there's one thing that Pastor Skit once said, there's a difference between happiness and joy. Like happiness is contextualized around the happenings. What we see on social media might not be what's
Happening behind closed doors.
exactly.
Yeah.
80% of it actually.
Exactly. But I take whatever that I see you living on social media and I want to live it, even though I can't. And that's what starts killing me, you know. And it goes again to the society, how the society, like you're more worried about what people are going to think of you more than you're worried about what God has for you, or what is it you want to see yourself achieve, or where do you want to see yourself in the next couple of years.
I do understand that you guys saying that charity begins at homes, but we have like stubborn, in denial parents who are just ignorant. What's going to help? How are we going to like help that?
Listen, on that, I don't think we have like a solution to help our denial parents, ignorant parents. But the only thing that's gonna break this generational curse is for you, before you be a parent, heal yourself. Heal yourselves. Before you become a parent, make sure that you are healed so that your children do not heal from you being their parent, which is what's currently happening. Because I feel like we can no longer trust strangers. We can no longer trust our friends. Our friends have their friends. Their friends have their friends. So this thing, you should go and speak to somebody you trust.
Yeah, it's actually not working.
Exactly. So you are the one that should be trusting yourself more than anybody else.
anything.
But it becomes very heavy that there are a lot of things that
you just can't carry
you can't
alone.
talk about them to like anyone else.
Yeah.
And it's also a matter of, we are very sorry about that, technical issues. So as we were saying, we were talking about like the causes, like the things that we think might be the reason behind the rapidly increasing causes of suicide, right? So let's just pick up where we left off. I forgot what I was talking about.
We're actually talking about the certain things that you cannot talk about to other people.
Oh, yeah.
That's where we
And it's also, like I was saying, like it's a lot of weight for you to be going through certain things. It's school. It's also what is happening inside the house. It's what's happening with your friends. And frankly enough, we are grown enough to know that we are in relationships. Like it's a lot of things you want to talk about them, but there's no one to talk to. So you have to close everything inside of you.
And now, how about we go back to the old days, you know, write down whatever that's into you. You know, I think it helps. It does.
Or maybe go out on a jog. It literally clears your mind. I really just don't want to lie.
On a jog clears your mind.
Yeah, it does.
But there is nothing more important than having to know that if I talk to this Ken, it's not gonna tell anybody what I'm going through.
Or maybe talk to God.
If there is no shoulder to cry on, there is definitely a crown, a floor to kneel on. Tell God what you are going through. And there is nothing more enjoyable than seeing God making you heal from whatever, or seeing your prayers being answered.
Yeah, but I believe that, you know what, you should just introspect yourself, believe in yourself, have that confidence, because like nobody else is going to believe in yourself than you do.
Believe that you can fly even though you
everybody
don't.
like you believe that you can do whatever that you want to do, no matter what anybody says about you. I think you got this.
Someone mentioned the importance of taking part in extramural activities.
Yeah.
Still in high school.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's also very important when it comes to mental health and everything, because I go back in time and like literally just ask myself, where would I be had I not been part of this school debate?
Mm,
You
yeah.
see?
Even be
Yeah, you make friends, you socialize, because like somebody out there is literally like fighting social anxiety. You know,
You
it's
understand?
Yeah,
literally
they're like, I wish
healthy.
I could be Barbie.
And I feel like it's a matter of like the confidence thing and how it links to being part of the school extramural activities.
Yeah,
I've always been confident. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I feel like being part of the school's debate helped me be confident even
being
more.
yourself. Yeah,
Whatever you say as a person to me or whatever you
it
expect out
doesn't
of me,
matter.
as long as it's not what I expect out of myself,
Mm.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
If you talk about me, it's fine. Because at the end of the day, here's the truth. If I kill myself because of what people say about me, 2 weeks later after my burial, those people have moved on.
They
They're
even
talking
forgot
about-
that you
They're
existed.
talking about someone else. At the end of the day, I'm in the grave. I'm dead. My family is going through something because I couldn't talk. Like I couldn't fight with whatever I was going through. And the main reasons behind why I'm underground have literally moved on. They're talking about someone else.
It's more like you did something for nothing.
Not even 2 weeks later.
Tomorrow, bro.
Tomorrow, as soon as they come back
We eating.
from the graveyard,
We're done going.
they're drinking alcohol.
But I'm really excited that
politics.
we're literally having this conversation. It literally means that we are one step forward to what we want to achieve, you know, against suicide. I really believe that hope is literally possible.
Exactly.
And I really hope it is gonna make
It is, because like we're actually having this conversation here right now. You know?
Everything
So yeah.
is possible for those who believe. I believe I can fly even though I know I can. You know,
Mhm.
it doesn't mean when we are sitting in front of them telling them this, it doesn't mean we're not going through something. We are going through
That is
a
why I
lot.
say that you should just be kind to somebody.
If we were to talk now,
oh yeah.
exactly. So just
You
because
know?
we are sitting here doesn't mean we are perfect.
Yeah, we're
We
not.
are going through some things, but the fact that we know who we are and we trust and we believe in ourselves, we are actually ready to know, even though we know that it's hard, but we know for sure that we are going to overcome this
know?
eventually.
That's why I say that we should just like spread kindness, guys. We should just like just a sprinkle of love, you know. There and there where you go,
Yeah.
it literally like something.
It takes
It's literally something.
0 cents.
I don't want to lie.
It's very
Because
important.
It's like Sia Gorisha. So like a little bit of like kindness here and there. It won't hurt.
Because at the end of the day, as much as people believe that you won't get paid anything if you're kind to the next person, you also won't get paid for
being rude,
No.
for being
It's
mean.
very good to be kind. I don't want to lie. I just don't want to lie.
So probably the only,
And being rude makes you so ugly.
even though you are pretty, the fact that you're hot,
It's not cute.
it's not cute. It's not very demure, bro.
Even if you're going through something, there's no reason for you to be rude to the next person.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
as much as you're going through something, it doesn't mean just because I'm smiling, I'm not going through anything.
Yeah.
Behind the smiles are the shattered hearts.
Exactly.
But the only thing I would say is, if you are going through something, I would not advise you to talk to somebody else. That is a no-no for me. But I would personally say, just write down your feelings, whether you're happy, whether you're sad, so that whenever you revisit your journal, you know that, okay, here I was going through this, but now that I am reading about this, I have overcome it. And I was happy on this day. Now, eventually, you are now smiling because now you are reminiscing everything. So, journaling down your things, talking to the mirror, you are basically talking to your reflection. You trust that person in the mirror. Talk to the mirror. Tell yourself, you know what, girl, yeah, you are going through a lot, but you are going to overcome this.
You're gonna be fine.
You're gonna bounce
You're just
back.
gonna be fine.
Just if you fall, do not be a resident, man.
Exactly.
Do not be a resident.
You know, I've heard my mom a couple of times every time she's going through something, and then she there was this other time I couldn't walk, the trachea.
Yeah,
I couldn't walk. I was on wheelchair for like a month and a week, I think.
Mhm.
And then I had started like giving up. You know, I was like, I'm praying, but it's
not
working.
helping.
I'm not working, and I'm missing out on school content. For heaven's sake, I'm in matric. I'm on wheelchair. And what was more sad was that I'm using the best hospital, medically. The doctors there claimed I don't have a problem. There's no problem with my legs. At the same time, I couldn't walk. I didn't understand. There's something that she used to say to "Hohlong how do," whether you like it or not. "Hohlong how do." So whatever you're going through, you're
Embrace
not gonna stay
it.
there.
Embrace
You're
it.
gonna be fine, you know.
You're gonna
You're
get
gonna
out
be.
of that.
You're not alone. You just have to like tell people like you're not alone. You know, you're not. You're not. You're not. Whatever that you're going through, you're literally just not alone. Everybody is going through certain things that they just don't talk about, but you just have to understand that. Just hang in there. You're gonna be fine. You know, you're not alone.
Because at the end of the day, even if you don't have anybody else, you have yourself.
You have yourself. You have to count on yourself.
Believe in yourself.
You know. Yeah.
Yourself.
I don't want to lie.
So we're gonna take just a couple of minutes to have our audience ask questions if they wanna ask questions.
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Basically, I do not have a question. I have, I'd say, an input. This is a very interesting topic. I've basically I've came across a lot of people who went through the most, and at some point in life, I came through. Say is it a soapy? And then there was this session, a psychological session where one interacts with a psychologist to try to break down whatever that was actually holding them back in life. Now, one thing that I've realized is that the session went very well. Now, in most of the cases where I experience hardship, I tend to take a string. Now, in every little thing that hurts you, you take out a string and then you take a step away from that string. And then at the end of that session, you get to, I'd say, wrap around yourself with that string. And then maybe it could help you realize how long are you, how really are you suffocating from all the problems that you're having. And then you just have to deal with them, be who you want to be. But firstly, you need to cut out all the strings that has been holding you back and making you suffocate. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like you literally just hold the string and then you move away from the string. You start moving away from the string, and all the problems that you were having are within the line of that string. And then you wrap it around yourself. This will give you a time to realize how much are you suffering from whatever that you are going through. And at the very same time, if you don't get to deal with it in time, you might end up being all wrapped around the very same string. So it's very important that we try to reach out to everyone who's going through the most. Even if you trust in yourself that much, self-introspecting yourself constantly, but you really need to reach out to other people. Maybe you can get a little bit of, I'd say, a directive as to how did one was able to, I'd say, overcome the very same problem that you might be going through.
What I would like to ask is, how does counseling or therapy help a person who might be facing the problem of wanting to commit suicide? That's my main question.
Good afternoon, guys. I get a woman's amangata. I'm just saying, typically it's wearing for this is a dog, yeah, too much. I'm not gonna say anything that much. Kaya na to kaya falaling for the city. Don't have to believe. How to go into the ngata from our bags, like no further, guys. I think from here, I have it. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Sulobu Yelifosa. So guys, you guys have quite an interesting topic that needs one to introspect and assess on, because we have a situation of people that are living with the trauma, are living with the pain through the issue of whatever pain that is coming towards them. Number one, I feel like we also have to come with a strategy, an idea of like dealing with the societal norm, the issue of being judgmental on the other, and the issue of you allowing the other to judge you based on whatever situation that is happening. Sometimes things are happening because you do not have control over, but yet people come and judge you and you feel lesser, right? So what I feel like we need to do is that find yourself, know yourself. It's very important that one has to assess themselves on their daily basis lifestyle, whatever they do, whatever they do with. It's very important for you to know yourself, it's either who you are and what you want, and how are you going to be able to heal from whatever pain that is coming from your home, your friends, the society, and everything. And most importantly, I feel like the reason why the people of our ages, teenagers, youth, and so on, get to die or get to destroy themselves at a young age by killing themselves, it is because we do not have anything that we can hold on to. The likes of the religion, the likes of the culture, the likes of recreational activities. That is very important to us, because you cannot grow and be built strong without anything that is driving you or that is taking you away from the pain. We are dying because we are holding on to the pain. We are holding on what people are saying. We are holding on to what people are doing to us, forgetting that we need ourselves to love ourselves and make sure that we are good. Thank you.
Greetings. I would like to ask a question. The question is basically, how do you know when you have reached a stage of now you can say that, you know what, I can't do it anymore. I'm literally I'm trying my level best, but I can't. It's literally trying to keep me out of the way, but how do I actually step back? How do I regain my power? How do I regain my confidence and everything that's been going through? However, that I am a very fat person, sorry to say so. So I've literally have encountered a lot of problems during childhood, even now, and some have led to me actually having to think of suicidal thoughts, because everywhere you'd go, people would look at you like you have some disease or something, as if like it's a crime to be chubby or fat, whatever you can call it. But I just want to know, how do you know, and when do you know that, you know, now I need to regain my power? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the questions and the clarity. Can I please attend to the question here? How do you know when you've reached a certain point where you feel like, now I've had enough? You plan suicide. Suicide doesn't happen automatically. You don't just decide, you know what, I no longer want to live anymore, and then you sleep, and then the next morning you're no longer alive. You plan suicide, like I'm going to drink poison, or I'm going to hang myself, or this is the Satan manner, I'm going to kill myself. The minute you start planning, that's when you know I've reached my end point. And that's when you have to start implementing resilience. That's when you have to tell yourself that I have to stand up. The minute you start, you plan it, yes, but make sure that it's something that you just planned, but you didn't go through with it. The minute you start planning it, start self-introspecting yourself. Is this really what I want to do? Do I not want to live anymore? What if I kill myself today because I'm going through a certain phase, but maybe in the next couple of days I was going to bounce back. Maybe in the next couple of days God was going to help me pick myself up, you understand? So the minute you start feeling like I've had enough, this is the kind of poison I'm going to use to kill myself. Implement resilience right there and then, like I have to stand up. I am going to stand up. Don't just say I have to do it. Tell yourself that you're going to do it. It has to happen.
There was the other question, right, about whether therapists or psychologists are going to help. You know, I believe that it begins with you. If ever you want to get help or you don't want to get it. So if ever you go for counseling or therapy sessions and you still don't want to get help, you're not going to get help, or you're not going to heal. It begins with you, Nana, you know. Start accepting, and after that, you know, it's going to help. Therapy is going to be fine. You're going to heal after you accepting everything. Yeah, I believe that.
With regards to the therapist part, I do support you on that. It starts within you. It depends on whether you really wanna overcome the thoughts, the feelings that you have. It starts within you to tell yourself that, you know what, I am done going through the darkness. It's about time I shine as other people. And having to go through to a therapist, it's only a matter of having somebody to encourage you, right? Somebody to show you how much you mean to yourself and to your family. Somebody to show you that you are worth it. Not perfect, but worth it. So it starts within you as a person to tell yourself that, you know what, I'm done with being in the dark. It's about time I heal. from whatever that I'm going through. And with regards to the societal expectations, the societal judgments, it's all about acceptance. It's all about, it's not like weekends. I mean, you were born like that, and there's really nothing you can do. You don't have money to do BBLs.
Yeah,
I feel like
as long as like you're happy with yourself, how you look, that's all that matters.
That's all that
Even if somebody
matters.
else next to you wants you to lose weight, if you don't want to lose weight, then that's that.
That's on you.
That's
on
that's
you.
that.
anything
It's
you
not
can
up for
control.
debate or whatever.
Exactly.
But it's literally, you know, that person has to just mind of, because like you just don't want to do that. You're happy with yourself. That's
Hence, I say, if you do not accept yourself, you're not gonna accept you. If you don't take yourself as who you are,
into
as
consideration.
And acceptance is so nice. Acceptance is synonymous to peace. The sooner you start accepting how things are, and the fact that people are always going to keep talking about it.
whether you do good or wrong.
While my mom was installing me today, she said to me, "Ako re ke beha hantle mo, because if ke kenya hampe, ba ntse ba tseba hore ke moriri wa ma-China, ba tlo re bona e dutse jwang." That's why I started to understand that. But
They always have anything to talk about, you
People
know.
are always gonna talk.
Yeah, even if you look good, but the moment you hear but,
There's always gonna be a but.
you know, like but,
And if you don't care, give zero.
And what breaks my heart is when another girl breaks another girl. That one literally destroys me. How can you pull another girl down, man? You know, that one hurts me. In terms of bullying or harassment, you know, I really just hate that one.
And there's also this thing that is justified, that if at schools, maybe let's say we have a bully, he or she is bullying other kids. I feel like that thing is justified, that they claim that the other kid is bullying other kids because they are being bullied
At home.
I feel like it's justified, because we have to instill the it in your mind that if you are being bullied at home, why would you want someone to go through whatever it is
That you're going
at
through.
home? So we get it, you're being bullied at home, you're not being treated fine, but why are you bullying other kids?
Yeah.
This is your opportunity to like be yourself, be happy at school, because you know as soon as you get home, things are literally just gonna fall apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I get
other
your
bullies
point,
are
May.
not bullied at home. I really believe that, like, somebody who bullies other people, they're just not happy with themselves at all. Yeah, I believe that, you know.
But also, it's something that has to. Yes, I support you on that. But ska lebala hona le mantswe a Sesotho a reng, o se ipone sa ha lona. So whatever that's going on ka tlung, you reflect it and we see it through you. So I really do think others have it ka bomo. Even though it should be a lesson to you, hore, whatever that I'm going through in the house shouldn't be happening to the other kid, because ha ke rate ha e etsuwa ho nna. So what makes me think hore ha e etsuwa ngwana mo ke tlo rata, it's fine. Baba. So with whatever that's going on in the house, it's only a matter of like, do not be one of the cast. No, don't be part of it. Put yourself, be if really bad, be the white one, be the pure one. You get what I'm saying? Be the different one. I mean, break the generational curse. And also, I would also say, like, you will not heal in the environment where you got sick. So yes, you were bullied at home, but immediately when you change the environment, which is at school, you should be a different person.
Yeah.
You won't be held on the environment that you got sick at.
But I believe that, like, we should have like more campaigns talking about certain topics like this. It literally helps, you know. Somebody somewhere, even if it's not helping like many people, at least if like the conversation is literally helping one person, that's what we want, right? Yeah, it's a change to somebody else's life. Yeah, so I believe like if ever we like have more programs about certain topics like this, and also more campaigns in our society, I feel like each and every individual could be like a better person, you know. Yeah, and we could have like a better tomorrow. Yeah.
We've spoken about the expectations of the society, we've spoken about parents, we've spoken about friendships. Can we please take a couple of minutes to talk about the challenges that we face at school with our
Academic.
peers and with our teachers, because at the end of the day, that's where we spend most of our time.
Yeah.
Because you find that you go to school 8 o'clock and then you come back home at 3 o'clock. Like the challenges that you faced during all those hours might also have an impact on your future
Yeah.
and on your mental health.
True. But it's not always about what's going on at home, ne? Our teachers have their own problems.
Yeah.
And they tend to take out their problems on the learners.
Personal
Right,
vendetta.
which is not okay. We've seen that couple times. We've experienced that couple times, and you are not only broken, Kakung, but you also now have to be dealing with what's going on at school because of somebody's going through something. Hence, we say our teachers should also heal. Man.
Yeah,
They should
you
also
know.
because then
We have
service.
teachers in here.
And I no offense, no offense, but they should heal. They should heal because we are going back to my statement where I say heal before you have children,
You know.
because us as learners, we are your second children. So if when you come to us, you should come only healed from your problems.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter of like heal.
Heal yourself.
Heal yourself. Heal the kid in you, because we don't know what you were going through, and we get that. But changing environment, whatever that's going on in the house, shouldn't affect what's going on at school.
Yeah, and teachers shouldn't you also like use their power on kids at school, you know? That power, that position, that shouldn't like get into their head. They should literally let learners speak their mind, you know, but in a respectful way, you know. They
Yes.
should let learners enjoy school. Even if like you want to say something to the child, you want to like warn the child, you shouldn't like use harsh words, you know, those type of words,
But
mawakana and
we
stuff
also
like that.
provoke teachers, eh?
But
I know that we also provoke them.
at the end of the day, it goes back to the concept of our parents at home.
Yeah,
Irrespective of how much I provoke you, I'm a child.
I'm
I
a
still
child.
respect.
Yeah,
So irrespective of how much I provoke you, there are certain
Respect-
words that you say to me.
that
You're
break me.
angry, but
They
they're a
break
curse At the
me.
end of the day, Come also in. At the
Hey.
end of the day, it's a curse.
Yeah,
It's a
curse.
I get it. I provoke. That's why we are advised that most of the time, if you're not okay, don't say anything.
Don't say
Don't say
anything.
anything yet. Because whatever comes out of your mouth might be a curse on the life of the other person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we sometimes you can't keep quiet. Eh?
I know, but,
Yeah.
but you have to learn. It's called emotional intelligence.
Sure,
Yeah.
but let me tell you, ne, I can keep quiet, but there's definitely that word. And when my comeback is gonna be 10 times better.
But
than
try being
yours.
different from
If
that
you have
person.
to walk
Try,
away,
man.
walk away.
Yeah, try being different from that
If you have to
person.
walk away, walk away.
Yeah.
Sometimes so that there's certain
It
words you're gonna
helps.
say that you're not gonna hear.
Baby, you walk away. I think we brilliant too. It's going to keep on making that
I
sound.
know, Musa, but
In
you
the
guys are
end,
going to fight, right?
it goes
After
back-
fighting that person, what's what's good that's going to come out
Not
of that
everything
fight, from that
should
fight?
be violence.
Yeah, but you're going to say something harsh. That person is
The
going to
person
say
said something harsh to me.
and you're also
You know
going to
it goes
say
back to what? It goes back to somebody calling you a devil.
stupid.
Satan way. And then it goes back to you telling yourself, Satan, me, never.
Exactly. What's again?
Because it goes back to someone telling you you're stupid, and then it goes back to you telling yourself, I am not stupid.
But Babelo,
Stupidity
I do
doesn't
understand
stand a chance.
Musa. How we
Sometimes
Satan, Musa kita bonta Satan. Hey, you see?
Okay,
I'm a people like that. I'm a kid like that. Why no? I'm not. I just said that. Musa, hold on, wait one minute. Naked la bonta Satan. Hey, you
That's
see?
the concept.
No, but like get my point.
No, I'm not
I do
getting
get
your point.
Musa's point.
No, you don't get me,
I
guys.
do,
You don't get
Spapanata, I
me.
do.
Okay, sometimes has a violence eto enda dintho. Sometimes my comeback ya lentswe la ka ke yona e tlo etsa o realize hore Musa is actually not shaken by my words.
Oh,
Not everything, not everything is solved by violence.
Yes, those comebacks are very necessary.
Very much.
Those
Very
comebacks are
important.
very necessary.
Because that's where you show up. I believe in myself. I have
And
confidence.
it's also giving yourself assurance. Those comebacks are very important.
Very important.
Are very
Not
I
everything is
do,
solved
but
by.
not most of the time,
Not
guys.
most of the
Not most of the time. Yeah. Some
no.
people are
Sometimes
very.
you just have to let
Things be.
Yeah,
you know?
let them slide.
Yeah, I do
Because that's why I
understand.
usually say, sometimes you are the village, and that's just enough. Not everything is going to be solved by other people, but you. So even though the teacher called you with certain names, but if you believe in yourself and believe that I am the village, I'm not going to be judged or being defined by other people. That's where you're going to like overcome everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but we should keep into consideration our self-esteem, you know. Yeah, that should be like a prior into our lives, you know. Yeah, take time, learn to know yourself. I feel like, yeah. But this other thing that we guys are not talking about, unemployment, what it does to our youth, guys.
It's also one of the things that is actually affecting our
It
youth.
affects us, guys.
very
I don't want to
much.
lie. People are going through a lot through it. I just don't want to lie.
And us as learners, like we ask ourselves, we already see the graduates, the doctors,
You
the
see,
nurses,
and they're literally unemployed.
unemployed. So what's the point of
Speaking of
us?
I heard that the Minister of Education claimed that matrics that are writing this year are 850,000,
50,000.
and the institutions are only taking half of them next year. My question is, what's supposed to happen to the other half? Because it's
where's
not
it
going to be
going
the
to?
other half. They're going to be
Plus
taking
the others
that
who are on
sitting at
gap
home.
year.
Yeah, taking gap years.
Which means they're not going to be taking necessarily half of those matrics.
Yeah,
of
It's
this year.
a quarter, maybe.
It goes back to you sitting at home again. Because
Being
at the end of the day,
pregnant and
it's not nice being at home.
And somebody's literally a topic now for you guys saw her. You saw her.
After matric,
She's very punchy.
No, but it's
And we just don't understand what somebody's going through. You know?
it's not easy. Hey, Hujula, it's not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy.
People
But
drink.
it's about
Even if like
how you take yourself, man. Abo, the gap year doesn't define hore o sane o tlo ba eng. O tla boleka. You know, it's all about behavior because here we are. How after matric because I feel like people were expecting a lot from me as the president. People were expecting like I had so much pressure, and I'm not gonna lie, I also had the thoughts of actually
doing it.
I love how you
I had the thoughts, but it happens to most people. I don't want to lie.
I have the thoughts of it. Like, I passed my matric. Why is everything that I applied for saying broken full, no space? Like, why? But I actually told myself, well, you know what?
You're gonna be
It's
fine.
not your time. It's okay. It's okay. Even though your friends are there, yes, but we are not always not all of us are going to like achieve things
the same
time, the same way. Our journeys are different, and as much as our destinations are different.
You're running very different races. But at the end of the day, you're going to get to your destination.
At the end of the day, a day gotta end. As much as the pain gotta end.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's okay.
And your destination can't be suicide.
It cannot.
Your destination
Definitely
can't be
not.
taking your life.
But what made me
It's
go
not.
through it, like to go against the Yebra, I knew how many people look up to me.
Yeah.
I know the compliments that
The
I get from people
supporting
older
structure.
and younger than me. I know when they see me, they like, I want to be like her.
I want to
you
know.
know?
Yeah.
So that's what I actually told myself for again. If I dare kill myself, that
You're
would be basically
disappointing
me promoting the suicide thing, because I had a younger sister who killed herself. We were never expecting that. We went through it and it was so painful. She was our friend. She was our
And it wasn't
teammate.
nice to deal with it.
It wasn't nice. So I was like, she looked up to me. So what am I doing?
Exactly.
What am I doing? Because as a sister, I was supposed to stop here. If only Anna
She talked about it.
If only she talked about it. And yes, she did a bit, but it was not.
Sometimes I feel like it's a matter of us not listening attentively.
To what people are saying, the
Not
signs,
paying
yeah.
attention.
Attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are certain that people who are planning suicide do differently when
Yeah,
they're planning to
yeah.
kill themselves. We have to like pay attention to their
Attentively
normal
so.
actions
Yes.
and the actions that they do at a certain time. You understand? And also the kind of things that they talk to us about, like. Maybe I don't usually tell you that I love you, but if I'm planning something, I'm gonna end up telling you that I love
That I love you.
That's where you should detect that there's a problem.
The small
Yeah,
things
yeah.
trigger your mind.
There's
Yes.
actually something happening. I feel like we are living in a life where there's nothing that can be identified as small.
No, it cannot.
Not
Everything-
anymore,
everything
hey,
is
not
big, not
anymore,
everything is
yeah,
very
not
big.
with our generation.
But I
yeah.
just
feel like
want to
everything is
lie.
But it's a young
It's
matter
gonna be
of
fine.
look at your supporters, look at your surroundings, because that's how I overcame it. It was like, yo, what am I doing?
How many people are looking
How
up
many
to you?
people are looking up
But
to
if
me?
people are looking up to you because of a different concept, and then that concept fails, give those people another concept.
Another
to look up to.
concept.
Give those people another
Exactly.
concept to look
That's
up
the only way to like go through it.
Exactly. Give them another concept. We are about to wrap up because, as I said, time is really not favoring us. Time is really not on our side. We have to wrap up everything. So, as we were saying and like we were talking, we have provided the solutions, the situations. What situations? We have provided the solutions. We spoke about the causes. We spoke about the effects. Black
Yeah.
parents, please start changing
Start
your approach on
healing,
raising
you know.
your
Heal the
kids.
inner
Yeah.
child in you.
Start changing it.
Stop
We are
like
not
that.
saying do gentle parenting. We are not saying that.
Be kind
Strict
to your
parenting
kids.
is okay. But remember the concept that there's a difference between strict parenting and low-key abusing your children.
Yeah.
Do not low-key abuse your children.
Stop
Strict parenting
pressurizing
is
your
fine
kids.
because I feel like the friends that I've been associated with ever since my primary, my high school, and up until now, I would be pregnant by now. Hey, but
Hey.
the parent that I have, my dad is not strict. Hey, my mom, no way. So I feel like strict parenting is fine, but don't hide yourself behind the fact that you're strict parenting, but you're low key abusing your child.
Yeah.
Like yes, we
Because
do get
at
the
the end
fact
of the
that
day-
they went through something and they don't want it to happen to you. But speak to your child about it, and that's the only way. Because when I was that's the only it sticks to our minds because they went through teenage pregnancy and they don't want you
to go
to go through
Exactly.
it.
That's strict
Exactly.
parenting. As much as we'd expect you to sit your child down, that my child, this is one.
They
thing
should
that
learn
you're
how
not
to
doing
talk
right.
to their kids.
Yes,
You know,
like,
they should
please approach
open
it
like
in a certain
a
manner.
safe space
especially
for
our
their
generation,
kids. I
because
don't want to lie.
it's very we are very exploring so our and the fact that we're also being taught of these things skolong. So I feel like there is not really no valid reason for them to keep on enclosing the info. Instead they should open up.
Yeah.
With an open platform, even though there
Yeah.
should be boundaries and respect included. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like it's a matter of my surrounding. Like if you are being abusive behind the concept of I'm being strict, it's more like I've been dead. My mom killed me. I've
A
been
long
dead,
time
but-
ago.
that I'm just breathing, but I've been dead all along.
Your
So if I
soul is
commit
dead.
suicide, it's just a matter of like my soul just has to leave my body because at the end of the day, I'm dead already. But as long as you're still breathing, it means there's still hope.
Yeah.
As I say, the fact that you keep on waking up, there's still a plan for you.
still a plan for
A plan for you.
And let's not forget to be kind, guys. Don't want to lie. Sprinkles. Be kind. Yeah.
It's not
A little bit of love here and there. It won't hurt, right? It's not taking anything. Yeah. That's that.
So as we wrap up, I'm gonna ask our guest speakers to say just little, give just little advice here and there, little 2 minutes, just to, we are closing now, so it can start that side so that I can, wrap up and close.
Okay. My advice is that, like I've said in the beginning, I really just don't want to lie. Let's just be kind because, like, somebody next to you is literally going through the most. You're not alone. You're going to be fine. Just learn to love yourself. Just learn to to live with yourself, you know, you're gonna be fine. You're not alone. You're also going through certain things that we literally just don't talk about. But yeah, it's a background. Yeah.
Barry, everything is possible for those who believe. My God told me to fear not, to not be dismayed. He told me that He will strengthen me and He will uphold me with His righteous hand. And that's just the scripture that I go with each and every day. Even though I'm going through something, it does not define who I am tomorrow. So it's all about accepting yourself, accept the situation. It starts with acceptance for you to go through the next day. Focus today. Yes, today may be difficult, but tomorrow you don't know what holds for you. So today, embrace whatever that's going through. It may be the struggles, the situations that may break your heart, but tomorrow you will see how Shaba Maubani ish. How did I? Who would have thought? You know, who would have thought? So that's just accept yourself and love yourself. A little bit love there and there.
Yeah.
It won't hurt. It won't cost you.
And as we close, what I have to say to you is there's always darkness before light. So hang in there. It's just your face of facing darkness, but there will be light. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said earlier on, whether you like it or not, you're not going to reside there. You're not going to settle down there. At the end of the day, you're still going to have to get out of that darkness, and you're still going to have to experience light. And that is the end of the chat session. Hopefully, we will have another one very, very soon. I'd like to thank everyone who is here. I'd like to thank you guys for the support. It really means a lot. I don't want to lie. I'd like to thank my media team. It also means a lot. The team that made sure that this chat session is a success. And I'd also like to thank our sponsors. I really appreciate all the support that came from everyone, from the people that helped spread the word to the people that told me that whether I like it or not, the session is going to be a success and I have to keep pushing, to the people that came through physically. I'd really like to thank you guys a waffle lot. Remember, there's always light after darkness, so you're not going to stick there.
I don't wanna care so much, 'cause I really care too much. It's all just overwhelming, I'm just overthinking. I feel like I'm too much. Keep mistaking my anxiety for intuition, and stress keeps getting in the